First set, Wisenatic versus Favre4ever. We have Civ Draft, and we have maps here to discuss. So, on your screen, guys, we have the options available. Favre4ever picks Banbara as his home map. And then we have Banana Cove for Wisenatic. And for Wisenatic, he will have Italians, Byzantines, Vikings, Britons. Favre will have Mayans, Malay, Japanese, Berbers. Lots of interesting civs here. Should be fun. Should be a lot of fun, actually, to get this thing underway. And we'll be diving in here in just a second, guys. Trying to get Age of Empires to actually decide to load up the games. Oh, Capture Age. But thank you for joining me. Hope you guys are looking forward to this. I know I am. Lots of games have been played. We're going to have a lot more of them available for casting over the coming week. We should be able to knock out at least a few sets a day. At least that is the goal. If you are just joining in and you have missed some of the action, feel free to catch up to it all here at that YouTube channel. Everything is available there. But, guys, let me get these games loaded in here and we'll dive in. I think we have 2 sets easily tonight. Depending on the time, we might attempt a third, but it will also depend on game length. But we will definitely get 2 of them in today. That is top priority. Hope everyone's doing well again. Like I said, Capture Age, Age of Empires. Not wanting to load this up for some reason. Seems to be a theme lately for me. Looks like it might finally be pulling up, though. And we are in. Favre4ever going to be here in the gray, actually, I believe. Wisenatic, I believe, is the higher seed. We'll check on that here in a second. No loom at the start here for Favre4ever, so he is missing out on that beloved Mayans bonus that is possible since the monkey doesn't take up a population space. But he will be up against Britons here. Wisenatic with Britons. Britons are top tier, and they have been for a long time. I think a lot of people enjoy playing them, but maybe not so much against them. So we'll see what happens here for these guys. Wisenatic here, first time we're seeing him here in the bracket. He is a higher seed than Favre4ever. Favre did have a very impressive 2-0 victory in his last set, so we'll see if that trend continues for him. Map looks like Wisenatic will have a decent position here. He's going to have very easy walls to come up. He will have a safe gold and stone within those walls, but he will have to move out a little bit later in the game. And then Favre4ever, everything seems very forward, and walls are a bit rough for him. It's going to be likely just walls to the town center, maybe even trying to wall that gold in on this side. But it will not be easy, that is for sure. This boar is also very far out here, it seems, but all in all, wood lines will be safe. Mayans obviously not going to want to sit back at home too long. We'll see how that affects his play moving forward. Boar going to come in over here as well, and it looks like we already have some deer being pushed here for Favre4ever, so that is the route he wants to go. We have loom coming in here for Favre4ever. Maybe he was concerned about losing that villager. Not really sure. But nonetheless, We'll have to see how this one shakes out. Mayans versus Britons, just such a good matchup to watch. I think it's probably one of my favorite matchups, to be honest, especially now that infantry is even better now for the militia line. It's always nice. Will be a barracks going to be coming down here from the backside, so Wisenatic here likely going to try to go for a drush. It's pre-milled drush. House coming down first, which was a good call. So he will not be getting housed. Favre4ever also with the pre-milled drush coming in. He will in fact go out for his gold. Don't think we've seen that over here for our Mayan player just yet. So maybe he'll just go for a 2 militia drush. And he will go for some very tight walls here on this wood line. Not going to try to invest into a whole lot there. Militia coming for both sides. See how this shakes out here. Looks like Favre did finally find the last of his herdables, which is good. I think it will be a 2 militia drush here for Wisenatic, and it will be 3 maybe for our Mayan player, Favre4ever. We'll just have to wait and see. Yep, it will be a 3rd. Now, interesting to point out here, scouting here. Both players going into this, and I do not believe either of them, neither of them have the scouting actually, so going to be a bit of an interesting play here, going for this. Militia may end up meeting in the mid, though. Just passing. Walls will come up over here, so Wisenatic will have some good walls to the town center at the bare minimum. But both players still have yet to find their opponent. It's so difficult to do this strategy when you don't know where they are. As you can see, Wisenatic is going in the weird direction. Favre will find this here at least, so he will be able to likely push these vills from the berries. If he sends the monkey in, he might even get a kill here for good cost. Loom is not in yet either, so Wisenatic going to get Loom now. Monkey gonna be able to get away, but ultimately that was good damage here. 1 vill down, idling some, forcing some little walls up, forcing your opponent into Loom. Favre4ever will have some exposed economy as well. These militia do walk near the town center, but will be a-okay. And all in all, the only thing that this can really do now is pressure the berries, as everything else is pretty closed up. Favre is on his way to the next stage. The militia here will probably just be fought off with the villagers. Yeah, that one's losing a lot of HP here. Both the militia, actually. I think he's just trying to delay now. And yeah, attacking the mill here will cause some stress. Good little house here. He needs to get this walled up here, and he will be without worry. He's going to be up faster as well, so he needs to try to save his economic numbers. These vills are just going to be here to delay. Villagers going lower and lower in HP, but town center helping here. Things are looking quite good here. It's like 1 vill could go down and does, but ultimately not too bad here. 1 for 1 basically then. This mill is getting a lot of damage on it. Phil pops out, kills the monkey. Both players doing a really good job to deal with the pressure. 1 vill has gone down for each. This is being repaired. This does cost a good bit of wood here, which is quite a bonus. As you can see, it just ticking down here. Economy behind this, though, for Wisenatic, I think is pretty solid, and he might be going to add double range here with all this wood that he has currently. We'll have to see what his choice is. Will be at least one range. Yep, one range, one blacksmith. Never a bad plan. Double archery range here for our Mayan player, however, which is going to be a little bit more aggressive and all in. Looks like the monkey did go down here. I do like this militia coming out here to scout. All in all, the sitter's very nice. Wisenatic is not able to get a lot onto these. And he is going to try to distract with his own militia here. We'll go ahead and take the exchange. Should be able to kill at least one of these, I think. Oh no, the micro is there. So, all in all, a very good exchange here for Favre, as archers are going to come forward. Blacksmith is going to be up. Things are looking pretty tight here as far as the economy for both players. IWC time's fairly similar. Favre4ever with a little bit more, but not a ton. Archer is here, and will be able to push away these militia. But those militia did get their value for sure. They got a villager kill. They're going to take some HP off of another one. Idling vills, forcing wood to be invested into. Fletching is on its way here. Archer numbers are decent. Favre has a larger economy, and he is actually going to add a skirmisher behind this as well. The walls now take their form. And this is going to be bad here for Wisenatic, as he's going to be in some trouble. Now these berries that he was trying to keep for so long will have to be abandoned. Now there's not much more that these units can do. Maybe try to pick a Farmville here. But ultimately keeping your opponent off berries is very nice. Wisenatic is somehow on his way up to the next age already, though. I don't know. I guess he's just had the food eco a little bit better. He's not invested into so much here. But ultimately, he's going to be quite a ways away here. So, damage that has been done looking alright. Castle Age going to be coming in here, though. Favre4ever even getting +1 defense. He does have double bit axe, which is just now coming in here for Wisenatic. But archer numbers now in better form here, better numbers on the front. And ultimately cleaning up the military here from Favre, as the micro is there. It is no fletching, or sorry, no padded archer armor here, but Wisenatic will take that quite convincingly. More units come on this side. Castle Age is about to come in, though, and I think this is where Favre4ever starts to be like, oh crap. Palisade walls, his gold's exposed. He did do a good job here, did a lot of damage, a lot of eco damage, but his TC was a little bit idle. His food income was not the greatest, and he's made a few skirms. All this military is going to be very weak now. All in all, looking very good here for Wisenatic. Favre is not out of this yet. He could do some eco shenanigans and buy his way up. But ultimately this army here is going to be difficult to deal with. And the gold is very exposed here. Food economy is in. He just needs to deposit some gold here and should be in a fine position. But here is the worst thing that you could imagine, as all of this needs to run. He will only lose one vill. Skirmishers will be sent in front here, which isn't a bad idea. Britain range, though, so good. It's what is this, 5+2? We have 4+1 now. Oh, another vill there on the other end. Taking this fight downhill is going to be even worse. Castle Age on its way. Will be a little bit, though. Ooh, evacuating economy. Interesting choice. Going out to the gold. I actually really like that. I don't like taking this fight, though. I guess he feels like he has to try to prevent him from getting into the base here. Just not necessarily a bad call, but I don't think it's going to be worth it to even try to wall that up. This coming out to the gold here for Favre is a very good move. 2 town centers behind this, and we have quite a bit of archers back home. So this first group of archers not even going to be the main group behind this. Castle Age will come in shortly, but so will these crossbows into the base, and it will take some time here. Losing this army could be very destructive. He will just have to pull his economy, which I think is the right move here. Do not want to take that fight if you don't have to. Chasing this to try to provoke him into fighting you is not a bad plan either, but Wisenatic is going to be following these vills. The other crossbows are coming forward here. Crossbow and Bodkin are coming in. Wall behind this. Sacrifice a vill to wall behind this. Alright, he does get that up. That's good. This is going to be a much better fight now. I still think that, yeah, this is being forward. I agree, Andrew. I think he should have taken the fight. He would have been able to clear it up. He would have lost his forward pressure, though. I feel like that was his big concern. And now the military is going to be here. But taking some town center fire, needs to take out his other units. He is microing like crazy here, though. We'll take a very good exchange there. Behind this, he is able to keep his economy up and fine. Another vill will go down here. Ultimately, military numbers just starting to become an issue, and then we have a third town center behind this for Wisenatic. So he is booming away. He's picking off vills. He's keeping the military home from Favre. It's going to be difficult to contest this. Even if he takes this military engagement, it's not exactly going to be a great one. More crossbows come forward. If they went forward to see the gold, it would be very brutal here. It's like it will get cleaned up, but then this is all the military here for the most part. And yeah, now this is exposed. More crossbows are here. Another vill could go down. Ballistic's not in yet even, and he's doing a fine job with this. Economy is now 54 vills, 55 vills to 40, so a 15 vill deficit here. And we have better eco upgrades behind this. Things are looking very smooth here for Wisenatic. He's going to try to hurry up some house walls here, which isn't really going to keep his opponent out. Military numbers are not bad here, but ultimately the economy is starting to run away here. Wisenatic is doing a great job to boom behind this, and he's microing extremely well. He's taking a very favorable trade here. He will give up on the micro now, and will lose that group. But here comes yet another group of crossbows, and they will be headed in this direction. And yeah, Favre is going to have to run again. His economy is in shambles. Third archery range on its way, so Favre will try to get the military numbers out, but ultimately the TCs behind this, the safe eco behind this, will be difficult. It's a good exchange here for Favre as he popped a hole in these walls. He will likely save these villagers' lives. I really think he needs to drop a town center on that gold if he can insist on being out there. And honestly, the fight was not good. Favre is running. There are 14 villagers idle that don't count as idle vills here. Well, he's actually going to turn and fight them. That's actually hilarious. He's getting kills with them. And he'll be okay. But behind this for now. More crossbows continue to come out. Becomes more and more of an issue. There's that town center that we needed to see here. Looks like we are patrolling here for Wisenatic. Favre is still in this, but he has to get military numbers up, or he has to get some crazy boom here to even try to catch up. Wheelbarrow even coming in now for Wisenatic, so his economy is going to skyrocket here soon. Yeah, just cleaning it up. There comes Ballistics on its way in. Still 2-range production, and doing a really good job to deal with the position he has. All in all, KD overall is only different by 10. Military KD, though, is a big difference, and this is a forward market here. Guess maybe he didn't have one. And he's going to head to the stone here out on the forward. So, this is not a bad plan. He probably would have been better off to drop a town center there, I feel like. Here comes the town center on the gold. So, I actually think that is much better for his position. Although he's going to go for the stone here as well. I don't know why he just doesn't go for the stone safely within his walls. Does he see that? He does. That's what I thought. He got Town Watch as well. See the difference here is Town Watch compared to not Town Watch. Military coming forward here. These are some really good pickoffs for Favre, but ultimately he's not going to be able to get a ton done and out of this. He has 2 TCs behind this. He is producing out of them. Needs to go up to probably 4 TCs of his own here to even have a chance now. Although he doesn't know that we have the privilege of knowing it from seeing everything here. And yeah, Ballistics in for both. Trying to dodge Ballistics, but we all know how well that works. There's a forward siege workshop on the hill, but he'll back it up. There's another town center going to be in the north. That's fine. I can deal with that one. It is on stone near some wood. We'll secure that area. I think this ville is going to go down here. He focuses it down just in time for that to go up. Economy is almost double now for Wisenatic, though. And he's actually just using the British range here. The English Britain range to his advantage is just massively different. Mangonels against Britons, not that great either. Things are heating up here. Thumb ring coming in for Favre. That will be helpful. Britons do not get thumb ring, but that additional range will not matter quite as much. Mangonel is coming forward here. Thumb ring has not completed yet. The Mangonel gets a shot off. Does not find any damage. There he will damage at least one. He's actually microing down the crossbow numbers. Not worried so much about the Mangonel. Mangonel does get a nice shot against the Vills here, but ultimately is going to suffer from this Britain range and go down on the hill for Britons. With the extra range is always huge. And all things considered, this is a very all-in castle age here for Favre4ever. Really the only thing he can do to not get rolled over here. And behind this Imperial Age on its way for Wisenatic, who is at 4 TCs quite comfortably. He is producing some villagers out of them still. Another Mangonel will try to come in here. We'll get a decent shot off, but ultimately not going to be as rewarding as he had hoped. And crossbows will make quick work of this. They do get one shot off, but it's Blit, Micro, and Wisenatic will hit the Imperial Age, and I think that Favre is actually, yeah, he's not too far behind, which is actually very good for him, but how long can he hold on for this? I mean, it is going to be quite rough. Villagers are coming for a very forward castle, and he's sending 18 of them, so that castle should go up without a doubt here. Military is 27 to 9, even with the Mangonel coming out. It's unlikely that it will be rewarded with any damage. Town Center did find a few kills. Yeah, castle will be uncontested though. This gold, this stone will be denied. This is on a hill. Mangonel. There he gets a nice shot off, only one. Don't think he got maybe 1 or 2 kills, but still took the HP down. Castle comes up, and I think Wisenatic will hit the GG here upon the Imperial Age coming in, as now Favre4ever is quite a way away. He has no military on the field in comparison. Castle Age against Britain. Trebs, crossbows with Bracer, and Mangonels that are just going to melt here. Some good exchanges here, keeping the military numbers down as best as he can, but yeah, ultimately Bracer is going to destroy here. GG comes in. Wisenatic takes game number 1 here. Looked very close early, but after getting in and breaking into the base there, killing the economy to a large deficit here for him, and Favre4ever was just unable to come back there. Nonetheless, we'll take a look at the civs remaining and the maps remaining for both here. Just give me 1 second. Alright, so Mayans with the loss, Britons with the win, means we will head to Favre4ever's home map next, which will be Banbara. Japanese, Malay, and Berbers, all viable civs here. I would think we're going to see Malay or Japanese, but you never know. Let's dive in here. Wisenatic versus Favre4ever, game number 2. And here we are. It will be Japanese for Favre4ever. On his home map, he will be going for the Banbara map. If you guys aren't familiar with it, this is this beautiful map. 30k food here in the center. Perch. It's a lot of food. But we'll see if that comes into effect. Byzantines here for Wisenatic, a civ that has been selected many times in this draft, seems to be a favorite of a lot of participants, and I really think that it makes a lot of sense here. Against the entire civ draft that we had for Favre4ever, Byzantines are just such a good civ to be counter civs. It's quite interesting. We'll see how this works out for both. Both players going for a bit of an interesting build on this map. They're going for 5 on food right away, and then sending 1 out to wood immediately. So it looks like we are going to see a little bit of a moderated build, probably in order to try to get out here onto the perch as quickly as possible. And we do have the monkey for Favre4ever very forward here, maybe anticipating that there is going to be some sort of a lame attempt here. Pushing the deer, though, is Wisenatic, and even though that sheep has been converted, it will not be able to get out, but it will give him some scouting. So that is quite good. As you can see, he now knows there's a stone and a gold there. How intriguing. Pushing that deer is going to be quite nice. Did have to push it a long way. We'll get it in. Food on this map obviously is massive in the center. Monkeys make it difficult to obtain, however. And we'll have to see what happens. I don't think we've seen it yet, but I'm really curious how a fast castle would work on this map for players. If we have seen it, I forget what's set, and I do not remember the outcome, but we are in the upper bracket now. Oh, Favre4ever kills his boar. Oh, it's so painful to see. Using the town center trick, killing the boar, always just so devastating. We'll be bringing in the second boar. Will he elect to use the T-sheep trick? He will not lose this boar. It's very important to not lose this boar. And Wisenatic is in the center on shorefish as well, so he will have some fish benefiting him as well. Favre4ever will be dropping the fishing at home, so his dock will be home. His vill will be able to collect that shorefish, which is nice, but ultimately that boar loss is going to put him a good ways behind, I'd say. The deer are not close, so even with some shorefish, this distance will be hard to come different, make it a little bit differently here. Boar will come in here. And it will be fine here. On the front, monkey v monkey potentially. Fishing ships will be right here. Who wins the fight? Wisenatic even wins the fight with 1 HP remaining. Fishing ships are on their way out, and they will be very good, but Wisenatic here simply will have a better food economy after this over here going down. Honestly, it might be worthwhile to come out here and actually mill the berries and take a few deer out here, to be honest. See what happens though. Fishing ship numbers an advantage for Wisenatic as well. Losing a boar is just so devastating. Monkey will get in here. Only 1 HP. Not a big deal. You should just go out here and punch it down and be done with that. Andrew with the resub, man. 11 months. Thank you so much, Andrew. Do appreciate it, good sir. Wonder how Favre currently feels about his team. That's a good question. I'm sure that he is actually okay with it, to be honest. At least Aaron Rodgers is still playing for him. Ooh, another dock. So this will be a 2-dock play here, and this will now be known. And yep, here comes the vill for the second dock. So we'll be 2 docks right next to each other. This will make things really interesting to see how this works out. Monkey could be here to do some damage as well. Just have to wait and see. But again, Andrew, I really do appreciate it, man. Cannot thank you enough. 11 months, man. Man, all the fight for water here. It really makes me wonder if it's really worth it. I really wonder that all the time, to be honest. Villager, quick walls in. This village just running around. Fire galley and a galley. Fuel age about to come in here, and should instantly see galleys. Fire galleys it is. Will be 3 docks to 2, and Favre is in a rough position. He has gone onto a full build for water, and he will be down dock numbers. Oh, he's going to try to deny it. Was unable to do so. No loom, though. First fire ship is out here. Oh, ho, 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 ho. The quick wall is beautiful. That vill does go down and pay the price, though. And this vill should escape. This is dangerous to be here, but taking out these fishing ships might be the best maneuver here, to be honest. Can't really complain. That monkey's still being pesky and annoying here. A demolition raft that dives right into the dock is painful to see. Fishing ship numbers will be depleted here. But now we're going to be 2 galleys, or 2 fire galleys versus 1. And no! Oh, he saved that one. He saved it. But now Wisenatic here with a good position will kill some of these fishing ships as well. Demo could be the right play. We'll have demolition rafts coming forward here before too long. That could definitely even out these numbers, but unfortunately this is unable to get around here, and now those Byzantines and the faster firing ships will have quite the advantage here. Favre4ever slowly losing his position here. We'll drop a blacksmith on the outside, hoping that will do him in. I don't know where this monkey is, but it is having a fun time destroying a house. My goodness. Fishing ships are actually being saved, which is great. Fire galley with a demo coming out. Fire galley on the front, but 1 fire galley will not do the trick. The monkey might hit that ship. Does indeed. We'll probably just go back and try to kill the dock. 1 demolition raft come out and do some damage here, but ultimately I think that Favre4ever has lost water. He is only 1 population ahead here. Very rough position to be in. He is starting to transition on to food economy. Back home, same thing, but on berries rather than farms. And we have Favre on both. He will probably not even get this fire ship out. The monkey and the fires are going to make quick work of that dock. Resources will go back into the bank here. Demo does some damage. Should just pop the other one out, I think, but I'm going to wait. And ultimately it's not going to matter. Should just cancel the fire ship behind this. Fishing economy back to work here for Wisenatic. As far as the economy goes, it's still pretty even, but Wisenatic will begin to take the lead here, and it will only be a matter of time. Behind this, adding the barracks and now archery range is on their way. All in all, this monkey is trying to destroy everything it can out here. Dock will go down here. Villagers are forward here, so we'll see what Favre has in mind. A tower. Not a bad tower. Could deny gold, but ultimately can just walk into the other direction. Wisenatic dropping a market as well, so potentially just going to attempt to get up to the next age here. Does have quite a bit of gold. Food, economy, 9 fishing ships. I think you can maybe fit 10 around here is it. But that will be a massive boost to Wisenatic's economy behind this one. Houses went down to protect, and the tower is just now getting up. Will maybe deny that gold, but ultimately not going to be great. Jabari, yeah man, absolutely. We'll load up into the next one here after this set ends. Ultimately, Favre is trying to put on some pressure here. He's trying to get a tower rush in. Castle Age behind this though for Wisenatic. He has 10 fishing ships, which I think is probably pretty close to the max here, as this fishing ship has been looking for a place to join into the party. Maybe 10 is even too many. It's like we might see him bust through here, but ultimately these walls are coming down and it will be hard to advance any further. We do see Favre selling a lot of resources, trying to click up himself. Will be up here relatively soon. A counter tower coming down as this tower here is not going to go up. Archers are forward here. All things considered, this makes for a large difference in economy, having those fish. Blacksmith, single range. Didn't even complete his tower, which I think is the right move. Just let this tower finish even. I think would be a-okay. These villas will run around. But ultimately, this is walled in. Don't risk the villagers' lives. Oh, what is he doing? He's coming to finish the wall. Alright, well, he will try to cancel that. It hasn't lost a vill, so it's not the end of the world. Vill should not be lost, but it will be. He deleted the wall even to let his units out so he can run with them and repair with them, but ultimately the archers will be there. This probably isn't going to stand for too long. This is, however, buying time. Valuable time behind this. Barracks just now coming down for Favre4ever. If these 3 villagers are lost, could be devastating. Carelessly losing an archer here. He will choose to fight with these villagers, and I think that tower will go down. The crossbow is in. These 3 vills will stand no chance. These 2 towers will have to be deleted here. Castle Age is in. Fire ship even getting a kill. We have enough stone for a castle here, and the castle will come here on the water. So definitely showing the priority given to water here. Even repairing the blacksmith. But Wisenatic going to come forth and probably drop one of his own castles here. And that will be quite difficult to deal with as well. He's got crossbows over here, sees the archery range going up. Will not deny it. These villas have come forward. Likely just going to drop a castle over here. And that will make the redock very inefficient. We have a samurai coming out on the field. Always love to see the samurai. That samurai isn't going to find a whole lot here. There are some vills there, though. Crossbows trying to break in. Imperial Age is now on its way here for Wisenatic as well. Thought he was going to get there a little sooner. Ultimately did not. This samurai is blocking the castle foundation. He's just going to pull the samurai into the fires, and it will go down rather quickly. 0 upgrades on them. 0 blacksmith upgrades whatsoever for Wisenatic. As we are going to see an attempt to come back on water. These crossbows did get in. We'll be trying to wreak some havoc here and some balance on the economy just so that these skirmishers might stand a chance. He is getting a good start to this engagement, and looks like he will actually clear out a good bit of these crossbows. Good micro here, getting within that minimum range, but these will ultimately go down. Castle forward here, Byzantines on their way to Imperial Age. Favre4ever is just gonna call it, says GG. He pretty much knows the position, and was a good showing for him. Beat his first round opponent. Went down here where Wisenatic was the higher seed, showing that what he's made of. And we will say congratulations to Wisenatic and farewell to Favre4ever, guys. GG's to both. We'll update the bracket here in a second, but first we'll say goodbye to Favre4ever the only way we know how, and then we'll update the bracket, get Jabari in here, and dive into set number 2.